in order for the teacher to truly prepare you, the teacher sometimes got to piss you off. The teacher sometimes got to make you angry. The teacher is sometimes going to hurt your feelings. Because if you can't stomach what the teacher does to you, if you can't wrap your ego around the teaching of the teacher, you ain't ready for your inner dragon. Your inner dragon is going to eat you alive. Welcome to Self-Mastery School for Moms, where you learn how to silence your inner saboteur, awaken your energy body, and connect to your higher self. You will go from mom to master, so you can make each day your masterpiece. My name is Janice Nelson, author and self-mastery teacher of Fabulous One Philosophy. I'm on a mission to help you become the awakened mom. You are Fabulous One, and all you have to do is remember what you forgot. If the student is in alignment with you, you're actually not a good teacher. Because the student needs to be changed by you. The student needs to be transformed by you. The student needs to go on the hero's journey because of you. So, what I feel is much more important than resonance is respect. You need to be respected. If you have respect, then it doesn't matter if one day you're nice, the next day you're not nice. One day I speak with a loving and kind voice, and the next day I can come across very harsh and straight in your face and kind of shake you and wake you up. And so you have to understand, depending on what position you're in, if you're a student or if you're a teacher, you decide from which lens you're watching my video right now. But if you are a student and you're looking for a teacher to resonate with, you're never going to grow. You're not going to go out of your comfort zone, because on purpose, you're looking for a teacher that's going to make you feel comfortable. So if the teacher is speaking your language, there's nothing to learn there. If I'm saying things that not completely shock you or take you out of your comfort zone or make you think about things, I have nothing to teach you. And that's the truth. If all you do is listen to me and say, yeah, exactly, completely agree, then there's nothing here for you. You're already at my level. You're done. You need to find the teacher that is like 10 times better than me and go teach with them or go study with them, because they will take you to the next level. And that's a misunderstanding that we have as well, especially about spiritual teachers. You think that once you find one spiritual teacher, that's it. This person is going to take you all the way. Well, it really truly depends on the level of the teacher. What type of life experiences does the teacher have, him or herself? Because depending on their own depth, they can take you to a certain extent on the journey, but that's where they part ways. And if it's a really honest teacher, they'll be honest to you. They'll say to you, I can take you till here, and that's where my teaching ends. I can't take you any further. If they're really honest to you. If they're not honest to you, they'll tell you, okay, from here you need to go by yourself. Goodbye. Go on your own. You need to go. Because they have nothing more to teach you, but they're also not honest enough to tell you, I have nothing more to teach you. Because they didn't tell you like you graduated, you're here now. Because they can't. They can't tell you that. Nobody can tell you that. There's no spiritual teacher that can tell you you've arrived. That's only between my ego and my soul. That's the communication between the selves. You know, in my philosophy, Fabulous One Philosophy, I speak about the Fabulous One fractal selves, the 4 minds that need to unite as one. And so the selves need to unite as one. And only when yourselves within unite as one will you know you have arrived. And this is not something you have to question. This is not something you have to double check. So here's where the magic is. The magic is when you know you've arrived, you know you've arrived. You will naturally separate yourself from the teacher. You will naturally go on your own way. You will tell the teacher, thank you. It was wonderful. I've learned so much, but it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to go, right? And so the teacher doesn't even have to tell you to go. And a true teacher, a real teacher, will only teach students who are really ready and willing to learn. Now, a false teacher will take on any student just to take your money and teach you a whole bunch of blah, 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 but not take you straight to the core, not take you straight to source energy. So if there's teaching with a whole lot of touristic routes in order to get to where you need to be, which is source energy, then the teacher can also get lost in translation, or the teacher can also get lost in the storyline, lost in the journeying, the traveling, right? Instead of getting you to where you need to go. And the true teacher also knows that she can only put you in front of the cave of the dragon, right? The dragon's den. But she will try to prepare you to the best of her abilities for you to handle whatever happens once you enter. Because that part you have to do alone. Nobody can come with you because it's an inner journey. And an inner journey, nobody can telepathically put themselves in your mind and then walk with you while you battle your inner dragon. So that's where you have to be really prepared. And in order for the teacher to truly prepare you, the teacher sometimes got to piss you off. The teacher sometimes got to make you angry. The teacher is sometimes going to hurt your feelings. Because if you can't stomach what the teacher does to you, if you can't wrap your ego around the teaching of the teacher, you ain't ready for your inner dragon. Your inner dragon is going to eat you alive. Your own inner dragon. Because you're going to use the teacher as an excuse to say, well, I wasn't able to battle my inner dragon because I had a lousy teacher. No, you were a lousy student because you weren't listening to this teacher, or you are trying to resonate with the teacher. You're trying to be buddy-buddy with the teacher. You're trying to be, the teacher's pet. It's not going to work like that. And a true teacher is going to kick you out or fire you as a student. Because a true teacher will sniff out your ego in a second, in a millisecond. So look for a teacher, as a student, look for a teacher you respect. For a teacher who you believe is knowledgeable, for a teacher who you believe can help you transform, but not necessarily a teacher you like, a teacher you respect. Because the moment the teacher says something you don't like, it's the respect you have for that teacher that's going to allow you to stick the course, that's going to allow you to surrender your ego. True teachers do not accept to deal with your ego. And they will answer your questions and they will allow you to question them because they know the game they're in. They know this cat and mouse game and they will entertain it to a certain extent, but they will not accept disrespect. When you become disrespectful, you will be fired. And so my advice to people who are teachers, stop trying to be liked. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected. Stop trying to resonate. Stop trying to speak to their biggest fears and their darkness so that they will recognize in you what they see in themselves from the begin with. But they will never respect you. And so what will happen to you as a teacher, you'll always have to be nice and sensitive and careful with the words you speak to them, because as soon as you piss them off, they will run away to another teacher where they can feel comfortable. So as a teacher, if your objective is to resonate with people, which I see a lot of, that's why I'm saying this to you, I see a lot of that online, where the teacher is trying to be on the same level. Yeah, that's nice. We can be great friends, but you will never learn, and you will never elevate, and you will never upgrade. And when I say upgrade, I'm talking about the highest level you can achieve, which is self-mastery. That's where I'm coming from. Now, if you just want to feel better and that's all you want, okay. You can train with anyone. You can learn from anyone. Anyone can make you feel better. I can look at my little doggy and feel better. I can learn many beautiful, deep lessons just from looking at my little doggy. How to be in alignment and feel better. Dogs are masters at that. They're in alignment 24/7. Like, something really has to be going on. Like, she has to be in pain. Like, literally physical pain in order for her to act and behave sad. But naturally, dogs are in alignment. So if you are struggling to silence your inner saboteur, but you have many people online you're listening to that you consider to be teachers, that you like, then maybe that's the problem. You're constantly looking for teachers you like in order to learn that what is not liked, in order to go where you are afraid to go. So being with a teacher you like is not going to inspire you to go where you are afraid to go. But if you are with a teacher you respect, and the teacher tells you, go, even though you're afraid, you're going to do it because you respect the teacher and you trust the teacher, because those two go hand in hand. But if you like the teacher, that's your connection, that's the bond you've created. As soon as the teacher behaves in any kind of way that you don't like, that gives you a perfect excuse to say, okay, goodbye, I'm not going any further because you're making me feel uncomfortable. I don't like this. So this is how your ego is tricking you. And the difficult part is, okay, but how can you see further than the mental walls you have created for yourself? You can't see outside of yourself. You can't see further than the level of perception than you already have. But that's why we have social media now. That's why you have the internet. When you stumble upon someone who makes you feel uncomfortable, that's when it's time to listen. That's when it's time to pause. That's when it's time to check in with yourself and say, hey, wait a minute. This is making me feel uncomfortable. There's a challenge here. And that's how you're going to grow, instead of immediately rejecting it, refusing it, or not allowing it in. And so it's about finding that teacher that is different than you instead of the same as you. Because only someone who's different than you can teach you something new. Thank you for listening. If you wish to support me and learn the Fabulous One philosophy, please buy my book or join my Self-Mastery School for Moms for free. Go to fabulousonephilosophy.com/join school. See you inside.